Hey, it's Felice, totally awake, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, then welcome. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now, all right, today I wanted to just talk about this little screenshot that I took from the last talk of the 2022 convention. I thought it was pretty comical. I mean, look here what was going on. I guess you got Jehovah back there. I marked it up. That's me in the red. Jehovah's back there, then you got Jesus, and I guess the 144,000 child. So I went and text this to one of my peoples, and I gotta just share these text messages with you. So I sent the picture, and I'm like, I'm sorry, off topic, but look at Jesus, Jehovah, and the 144,000 with laughing faces. And I say this was shown at the 2022 convention, and this is basically what they will be doing, depicting what they will be doing in paradise. And so she says, why Jehovah riding around in a UFO? So I'm, crying, laughing, right? Like, what the hell? And then she says, yo, I'm done. So then I sent her a voice text that says,
Oh my God, I'm about to choke on my grits. It's crazy because, I thought the same thing. Like, dang, you're like Jehovah in the spaceship. But now that you say that, man, it really surely does. Because it was just a little quick back of my head thought. But yeah, like, what the hell is going on in this picture? The fuck?
so then she's just like, oh, magic carpet riding ass bitch. So I'm crying, laughing. She's like, these niggas wilding the fuck out. And the 144K looking like Monopoly houses sprayed in 14K gold paint from the Dollar Tree. So I'm laughing. She's like, who came up with this design? I want to talk to that mofo. So then I'm like, exactly. These people are nuts. It's comical, she says. They can't be serious. I'm right. I'm like, right. Ridiculous. I laughed and I screenshot the first time seeing it. She says, Jehovah's sitting on a magic emerald stone. So I'm laughing. Seems like voodoo to me. And I'm just shaking my head or whatever. So yeah, guys, this picture is definitely crazy. And I wanted to come talk to you guys about it to see what you thought. Now, who's giving the last talk? We have none other than Geoffrey Jackson. Okay. Now, Geoffrey Jackson is one of the Jehovah's Witnesses 8 leaders, okay? But he also testified at the Australian Royal Commission, okay? And he basically said that it would be presumptuous to think that the Jehovah's Witnesses were the modern day disciples today in God's one and only channel. So I've actually included a clip of him at the Australian Royal Commission lying. Check this out.
Now, does the governing body, or do the members of the governing body, do you see yourselves as modern day disciples, the modern day equivalent of Jesus' disciples?
We certainly hope to follow Jesus and be his disciples.
And do you see yourselves as Jehovah God's spokespeople on earth?
That, I think, would seem to be quite presumptuous to say that we are the only spokesperson that God is using.
So wait. You mean to tell me it would be presumptuous to say that you were God's chosen ones, the modern day disciples? It would be presumptuous? You mean overconfident, rude even? I definitely thought it was rude coming up. Like, how we just gonna say everybody gonna die with us? That's kind of rude as hell. But you see, Geoffrey Jackson knows it's rude as hell. He said, I think that would be quite, not just presumptuous, okay? But he said, I think it would be quite presumptuous. Absurd as hell, okay? Cocky, cocksure, okay? Those are all the definitions for presumptuous, and yes, indeed, that would be. All right, now I just had to add that throwback clip of myself responding to Geoffrey Jackson lies in court. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the nonsense he was saying at this 2022 convention in the last talk that was given. Check this out.
Revelation chapter 19. Revelation chapter 19, and we're going to read starting at verse 19 right through to 21. We might mention before we start reading it that here it describes political organizations, kings, and those who oppose Jesus and Jehovah God. And in a symbolic way, it refers to these as beasts, as organizations that have disrupted the peace. Let's see what happens to them. And I saw the wild beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to wage war against the one seated on the horse and against his army. Now that one is Jesus Christ. And the wild beast was caught, and along with it the false prophet.
Oh, you're talking about yourself. You sitting up there talking about you and your 8 homeboys or 7 homeboys and all of the founding fathers before you. All of them was liars and false prophets. You're doomed. And all of you are doomed according to what you just read out of your own mouth.
That performed in front of it the signs with which he misled those who received the mark of the wild beast and those who worship its image. While still alive, they both were hurled into the fiery lake that burns with sulfur.
You should
So what
be in
happens
fear
to these
then.
political organizations in opposition to Jehovah and Jesus? Again, we see the word hurled down into destruction. And what about the rest of mankind that opposes Jesus' rule? Well, let's look at verse 21. What does it say? But the rest were killed off with the long sword that proceeded out of the mouth of the one seated on the horse, and all the birds were filled with their flesh.
See, sadly, they just can't wait for the birds to be filled with their flesh. Their meaning everybody who didn't become a Jehovah's Witness before the end, quote unquote, came. Okay. When he says everybody that opposes Jehovah and Jesus, he means everybody that didn't join the Jehovah's Witness organization. You see, they are waiting for your demise. If you've never been affiliated with the Jehovah's Witnesses, you're doomed. Okay. If you have been affiliated with the Jehovah's Witnesses, but maybe you were never baptized, or just if maybe you're not a good Jehovah's Witness, one that's being faithful, they make you think that you are going to die as well. You are going to be killed by God at Armageddon, where he is going to destroy every single body on earth but the good and faithful Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. So that means Jehovah's Witnesses, if you was doing something, you know what I'm saying, that you wasn't supposed to in your marriage bed, you know, because they control even what you do in your marriage bed. And if you didn't go confess and stop, having all that, extra stuff going on in your bedroom, all that fun and pleasure going on, they just want you to do, they just want you to be, keep it simple and plain. Okay. So if you didn't go tell on yourself and stop, then you may not be making it to paradise either. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of nonsense that they put into the mind of the members. It's complete nonsense.
Now, that's a very interesting comment, isn't it? It helps us to see here that all those who oppose Jesus will be destroyed in the Battle of Armageddon. So that's another step in getting ready for universal peace. First of all, Satan is cast out of heaven. And then secondly, at Armageddon, all those humans who rebel against Jesus and reject his rule, they will be taken away, destroyed. But there's something else too. Let's look at chapter 20 of Revelation. Chapter 20 and verses 1 through 3. It says, And I saw an angel coming down out of heaven with the key of the abyss and a great chain in his hand. He seized the dragon, the original serpent, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. And he, notice the word again, hurled him into the abyss and shut it and sealed it over him, so that he would not mislead the nations any more until the 1,000 years were ended.
You know, it really is so sad because these people cherry pick the Bible, you know, and they convince the members that what they're saying and what they're making up is actually from the Bible because they're reading scriptures and it's like, oh, well, that fits. But no, it actually doesn't. You have to go and read things in context and see what that's really talking about, because they'll make you think it's talking about a whole nother thing. They'll have you thinking that it's talking about whatever fits their doctrine, and they're masters at this. Okay. There are pros at this. You know, all of this nonsense about the 1,000 years and then he gonna come back out, and man, that's a whole lot going on for somebody. I'm glad I don't have those beliefs no more, because that should cause anybody to have anxiety or, you know, whatever, because you know, we do all of this, you know, as Jehovah's Witnesses, not me, because y'all know I ain't in that. But, you know, as Jehovah's Witnesses, they doing all of this, trying to make it to paradise, shunning their kids if they decide that they don't believe it no more. You know what I'm saying? Letting people die, their loved ones, children die, refusing life-saving blood transfusion, all with the hopes to get to paradise. You know what I'm saying? Letting their kids experience CSA. And they go to the elders instead of going to the police. And then they listen to the elders tell them not to call the police because there is no second witness, and the person that they accuse, you know what I'm saying? The predator is lying about what he done did or she done did. Okay. So they go through all of these things trying to be a good Jehovah's Witness, trying to follow all the rules to get to paradise. And you mean to tell me I got to get to paradise, I still got to preach this same message because all of these people being resurrected that don't know Jehovah, okay? And then in 1,000 years, that's going to fly by because I'm imperfect and, you know, time ain't even nothing no more. That's going to fly by. And you mean to tell me you're going to let Satan back out for a final test? Are you kidding me? Like, why is we going through all of this? This is too much. This too much.
After this, he must be released for a little while. What do we notice from this description? You see, gradually, in a progressive manner, Jesus will eradicate and remove those who disrupt peace. So, Satan and his demons cast down to the earth. At the Battle of Armageddon, those who rebel will be destroyed, and then Satan will be put in a symbolic prison in this abyss for 1,000 years, along with his demons. So that's the first action that Jesus needs to do, to get rid of these troublemakers. That opens up the way for what the Bible refers to as the 1,000-year reign of Jesus Christ with his kingdom and co-rulers.
All right, y'all. So what I got from this convention, basically, you know, this is the last talk and the whole theme was pursue peace. What I got from it was basically, in order to pursue peace, all the non-Jehovah's Witnesses need to be destroyed. You know, that's what they're waiting for, to actually have peace. You know, for Satan and all of his followers, because anybody that's not a Jehovah's Witness is Satan followers, okay? It ain't no gray area in between. You either a Jehovah's Witness or you follow Satan, period, point blank, okay? I bet you ain't know that. I bet you ain't even much know that you were following Satan, did you? But you are, you know what I'm saying, according to the Jehovah's Witness beliefs, okay? So this whole convention was about everybody being destroyed at Armageddon, but the Jehovah's Witnesses, the good ones anyway, and that's when peace is going to be restored. I mean, we can't make this up, y'all. They want everybody gone but them. They think that we is disrupting the peace. We disrupting the peace, but they the ones letting kids get hurt, letting people die, refusing life-saving blood transfusions. You know what I'm saying? Got a bunch of kids on the front of a magazine praising them because they died refusing life-saving blood transfusions, a sacrifice. But we disrupting the peace. We the people that'll call the police if somebody is hurting a child. But we disrupting the peace. You can't wait for us to be gone, huh? Y'all something else. Y'all are really something else. But you know what? Let's skip forward to some more in this video for, you know, let's see what paradise is looking like, okay? Let's see.
Like an island of calm in dark, stormy seas, God's peace, living in peace with our eyes eyes of faith we see beyond the clouds and know that the storm soon will cease. To the ends of the earth there'll be peace at last for all eternity.
All right. Now, right here, do y'all see this? This looks like, I guess maybe this is after the 1,000-year reigns, child. And they tried to preach that the Jehovah's Witnesses was the way to go. But those people, even though in paradise, they still didn't want to listen. So then God had to go ahead and destroy them. So you got all the Jehovah's Witnesses walking this way. And you see, that's y'all back there that got destroyed where that fiery smoke is back there. That's all the people that didn't want to go ahead and convert to Jehovah's Witness. That's them back there getting burnt up. And I just thought this was crazy, y'all, this image of people just walking away like they just so happy, like, oh well, they died, they should have listened to Jehovah. And that's really sad. Let's look at some more though.
From the valleys below to the mountains tops, all creation will speak peace at last. When the new world is here, all will be one on earth and in heaven above, and the peace.
So right here, she's all hugging her daughter and everything. But it's like, I know you probably got some disfellowship family members that didn't make it. So you just gonna forget about them. Y'all crazy.
To the ends of the earth, there'll be peace at last.
What in the world is going on here? See the preaching still going on by the carts and everything? Y'all done did all this preaching here on this imperfect world. And y'all got to go to paradise and preach some more. People tired, damn it. What y'all finna sit down and talk about? How many of your loved ones you shunned to get to paradise? Huh? Are you going to talk about, as elders, how many cases of CSA you pushed up under the rug? Oh, please. So I thought this part was pretty funny. You have the girl just laying with the tree and the snakes. She ain't scared of no snake. We're going to be able to sleep with beasts, honey. Y'all going to be able to sleep with some beasts in that paradise. She ain't scared of no snake. She's sleeping right up under there, under that tree in the nighttime. She ain't scared of nothing. So this girl right here was so sad in the old life. And now she's so happy listening to him play that guitar in the new system with her head cocked to the side like that. See? And all these people just walking towards the end of that cliff together towards the sun. Ah, Sapanya. Okay. I see the little Lion King vibes, the little Lion King inspiration they got here, Now, was that Zazu, the little bird that flew by? That's what it reminded me of, y'all. They be copping off people and everything. But, let me ask you something, Jehovah's Witnesses. Did you see yourself in this video? Did you see yourself in paradise here? In this paradise? No, you didn't. Because you're not going there. The people that you seen in the video, they're going there. They were already there. Because the paradise you seen, that they made up, okay? That they're, so perfectly giving you this great image of, that's paradise. That's the paradise. That's paradise. They made that up. And that's the closest you will ever get to paradise, okay? That's the closest you'll ever get to the paradise that they describe in their videos that they're producing. They're producing what they're describing, what they've described all of this time. They're producing it in the videos for you because it ain't coming. So they're going to go ahead and give you as close as you'll get to it in these videos. So you think about that. And you think about what you're wasting your life on, who you're wasting your life listening to. Somebody that got in court and said that it would be presumptuous to say that they were the modern day disciples and that this was God's channel. Why are you listening to him? All right. So think about that. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. All right. Make sure to like this video, share, and subscribe if you aren't already. And yeah, I'll be back with another one, y'all. Bye.